Committee members are Mosley, Kamer, Holland, Lombardo, and McKittrick. We do have all committee members present.
Okay, great. If I could get approval of our previous meeting minutes.
Motion to approve. Second.
A motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Okay, we have 4 pieces in front of us this afternoon. The first one is an ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee to apply for a water pollution control loan fund, sign all documents for and enter into WPCLF agreements with the Ohio EPA and OWDA for the design of the North Side Interceptor Tunnel and declaring an emergency. Mr. Leto?
Thank you, Madam Chairman and members of we have 2 projects left in our consent decree, and this one here is for the tunnel on the north side. We're currently, with that said, we went through consult contractors engineering firm on design, and we picked AECom. They had the best proposal. So what this is a 5-year for the design. This really, right now, we're doing a lot of work, so the size of the tunnel is not critical at this juncture, but will be soon. So this is a $12 million loan that for currently the award will be next month, and then we'll roll this money into the construction of the project. Right now, the current interest rate is 0.8%. It's a 45-year loan. We think the terms obviously are fantastic. With that, I will take any questions.
Okay, any members? Online over there, Sarah, maybe?
I don't see any hands raised. Are you able to hear us, those of you that are connected?
Is everyone just speak into the microphone?
Can you hear now? Other questions from any committee members? Councilman Malik.
Thank you. So we have a sense on where things are in those negotiations, tunnel.
Well, we have all our documentation. Tunnel is required. We need within a week filing. So we will present to the U.S. EPA. We'll wait to hear from them. And at the point, we're hoping that we could court. Then, of course, they would have to be set with the federal judge, and I can't really tell you what will happen if that'll be in May or June when we'll go.
Thank you, sir. Do we have a sense, obviously a lot of things are up in the air, but do we have a sense of when we would like the construction to move forward?
Well, we have, so we have time. We are looking at a couple alternatives in this project that would allow us to bid against federal. So construction may start on part of the project before that, but we feel to meet our consent decree date of bid 23, I think it's April 30th actually, we'll be well ahead of that to bid part of this project.
Thank you. And it has to occur.
Yeah. 31st of 26.
Okay.
That's the full operation.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from council members or committee members? Seeing none, Mr. Little, what's your pleasure?
Fine.
For the construction of the Goodyear Boulevard Bridge replacement.
And members of the committee, this is the replacement of the Goodyear Bridge just past the library there on Goodyear Boulevard. This project through bridge funding. We were unsuccessful. We applied for just under $1 million of OPWC. It did not score high enough. We did through the Transportation Improvement District through Summit County. So part of these funds, with this project, we expect it to bid mid, then the completion of this bridge replacement would happen in 2023.
Okay. Any questions from committee members? From council members? Wait, Councilwoman Connor?
Not so much a question, but a comment. Excited. It is the entryway into Goodyear Heights, and we've done some creative things with the side of the bridge to say Goodyear Heights. So the neighbors are looking forward to it, although thank you so much.
You're welcome. We appreciate your help, Councilwoman Connor.
Any other questions from council members, committee members? Seeing none.
Fine.
Consent?
Motion for consent.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, ayes have it. Our next authorization the designee to after public, let me start over. Ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service boiler at the community center.
This is the replacement of the system. This boiler, million BTUs. It's well beyond 20 years in life. So the domestic hot water heating for the building and the pool heating are not affected. They are separate heating systems for the replacement. So we do to put this out to bid and then get this boiler replaced. It is functioning right now, but barely, and it would not make it next year. So our goal is to get this replaced well in advance of next heating season.
Okay. Any questions from committee members?
Woman Holland has her hand raised.
Okay, Councilwoman Holland.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. And Mr. Little, on behalf of the many happy users of the Balch Street Community Center, I'd just like to say thank you for anticipating the need. Those of us who have lived through the failure of any scale of water heater know it's no fun to deal with that when it's already out. So thank you on behalf of many happy customers for anticipating this need before it happened.
You're welcome.
Questions from council or committee members? Mr. Little, what would be your pleasure?
Consent is fine.
Consent. Can I get a motion for consent?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Our last piece is a resolution declaring it necessary to improve of operating, reconstructing curbs, concrete sidewalks, driveway approach, storm sewers, sanitary, street emergency. Mr. Lotto?
Thank you, Madam Chairman and members of committee. Of full improvement of Main Street from basically drive right by the PNC there, about 8 at Fountain Street. So it's about 0.8 miles. And as you said, there's a 20-inch water main that's 100 years old. There's a 12-inch. We're going to replace that 20-inch. The 12 inch is no longer needed. The sewer probably will be lining of that sewer, not full replace, open cut. And then the biking spot on each side of the street, just on the south side of the street, There will be 2 full lanes in each direction with a center turn lane. This is the resolution of necessity to start our process, the assessment portion of this project. What went on specifically, streetlights will be LED. We'll have conduits for fiber in there for, and we have worked, a lot with, going back to 2018 when we started talking about this project and going after funding. So we were successful on some safety money of $3.8 million, OPWC $750,000, and the special assessments is just over 100,000. So it's a very successful project. Again, we hope to have this out sometime mid to early summer. Probably through the winter, you're going to see a lot of building done. Work will be sometime next year.
Okay.
Madam Chair, Councilwoman Holland has her hand raised.
Okay, Councilwoman Holland.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Mr. Ward 1 resident with experience of private property owners, and in this instance, I think you partially touched on this in your explanation, where we have the property owners in the form of the University of Akron. How are the assessments treated?
Well, the university, they will be assessed on front foot property. So it would be top of my head on how much property they own, but same with any private business or residence. Now, I don't think there's any residential through this corridor. It's mostly all commercial property.
Thank you.
Any other questions from committee or council members? Councilman Fusco, sorry.
That's okay, no problem. Mr. Lowe, a couple of years ago, we tried the bike lane thing, and there's also the parking. Are we going to eliminate parking, or just on the south side, did you say?
Each direction. Public and our forces that it was very difficult if someone was stopped in the lane, especially a bus. Okay, so we are eliminating the parking on the north side, and the sidewalk is to be as wide because of the bike lanes.
Okay.
Okay, so I believe on the north side the sidewalk is only going to be like a 6-foot sidewalk, and then bike strip with street lights, and then the curb, and then 2 full lanes, center turn, then full travel lanes, in front of those.
The bike lanes would only be on the north.
Thing. So it's just
Okay, gotcha,
yes.
gotcha.
And then we will, the crosswalks, going to improve crosswalks. It's all about mobility for the universities. And a couple of crosswalks, and the point is very difficult. So can we light that up? Not only light, but maybe paint, and obviously with our the whole mobility. This is all about safety. not only for the traveling public, but the university students that are walking through that corridor.
Good. No, that's great. If we could maybe see, I know that the council representative Holland may want to see that, you know, like the layout, what it's going to look like.
I have a
preliminary
rendering.
plans.
I have a rendering, see, but I'll get everybody something.
Cool. Thank you.
Mr. Shuttle is a very important thoroughfare throughout Akron and also for the university students. Is there any consideration as to the timing to try to minimize the year, like perhaps trying to allow work in the summer?
I guess that would be, done with utilities, so if they get pushed into March or April, we will always keep, so I can get a better answer once we bid it and look at the contractor's timing, but we will always keep that open for the traveling public to minimize disruption to the students.
Oh, thank you.
You anticipate having